Skeptic Paranormals. Good morning, ghost hunters. Good morning, believers and non-believers. Wherever you may be, thanks for joining. I really do appreciate it. I'd love a thumbs up, a subscribe, usual boring stuff. That's out the way. It really does help, honestly, just for you to click that button and get annoyed every time I put a video out. It gives you me a chance to be inspired to do more videos. But that's out of the way. Thanks for joining in. It's a lovely, lovely morning, and it's not one that's for going out in, basically. So I thought I'd do another. Sorry again, boring in my own house, my moderate house. Another quick sweep for you. See if you can pick up anything paranormal. As usual, I'm using my little ghost box, which I can't recommend high enough. And just let me say, like I said last time, if ghost hunting is your thing, but you're too frightened what the neighbours might think, well, people live their lives in worry of what other people think. And no matter what you do, what hobby you get, it's always going to be wrong in their eyes. If they don't do it, they won't like you, think you're odd. So as long as you're not hurting anybody, sod what anyone else says. Go and get one of these little machines on eBay. Create a YouTube channel and start it. Who cares? Life's too short to care what Mrs. Jones thinks of you. Just go and do it. Grab it this year. Go and grab it. Whatever it may be. UFO hunting, stamp collecting, whatever makes you feel happy. That's what life's all about, making you and your family feel happy. Go and do it. Go and do it. Stop thinking about, worrying about what other people think. Stop. As long as you're not harming anybody, that's the main thing. Go for it. Right, anyway, we're going to have a quick sweep. You know, see if we can pick up anything paranormal, either going to entertain us. I know the ghosts usually come out more in the night time if they really exist. But it's daytime here. But we're still going to try with a little machine hooked up to a guitar noise reduction. I'll never say that properly. I don't know why. It's stupid. It's like it cuts out all the crackling, basically. It's a very inexpensive setup. If you need anything you can get started with, it costs a couple of £100 to get going. The machine's about 120. You know, it's a basic speaker setup. You can't see it, but it's nothing fantastic. Little camera, computer, and you've got your little noise reduction thing there. And I did buy one of these, but I think it's a fake. I don't think they're very good. It does pick up EMF, electronic magnetic field. Say that after 4G and see if you can do that. But it does sort of pick up on stuff, but I don't know how accurate it is. You know, you get bits of lights flashing here and there, but it's not. I don't use it very often. So you can set it up quite inexpensive. It's not expensive. Stop saying no to things. Just go and do it. If it's your interest, and I guess that's why you're here, it is your interest. You go for it. Do it. Don't let things hold you back and what people think. Anyway, enough of that boring stuff. Let's try and see if we can pick up on anything paranormal. Anything. Have we got this set up properly? Yeah, that's the crackle word. You've got to get it just right with these because it does cut out a lot of responses. So, you know, you'll hear nothing for a while, but unless they come through quite loudly, it doesn't pick up on anything. So one bad side about these noise reduction things, it doesn't pick up on the quiet responses, shall we say, because it goes on decibels, so it knocks certain decibels away, hence why you don't get all the crackling of a normal radio scanner. We heard something then, I don't know what that was. Can you repeat that? Let's get into it anyway. That's all the boring stuff. So let's see if we can pick up on anything paranormal. You've got to always disappear. Take away the radio feedback. You do get little bits of noise and music coming through, which is because it's scanning through radios. I want clear responses. That's when I start to get shivers, should we say. Not little bits of music. You're gonna get that. It's when you get clear answers and responses and full words, because bear in mind, this machine's scanning backwards. So if it gives me a full English word, wow, you know, I'm impressed. And it has done. Not enough to convince me yet, to take the skeptic away from Skeptic Paranormal, but it has given me responses from time to time. I think the most freakiest one was a video I previously did, and you can watch that back, is I actually got knocking on my living room. There was no one there at the time. Well, that was quite shivery. It sent shivers down me, actually. Quite loud knocking as well. I don't think the video picked it up, but you could hear it where I was quite clearly. That was quite spooky. But we aim to please. Let's go on. Quick sweep on this lovely morning. I am going to get out and about, like I've said before. I've got my drone ready. I'm going to film where I'm going to ghost hunt. If you've got any ideas where I can go in the North Thirsk Ripon area to look for spooks, let me know and I shall try my best to get there when I get a chance. But I will be bringing more videos out and about, not always stuck in my dining room. Anyway, enough waffling. That's 4 minutes of me waffling. Is there any spirits out there who would like to communicate with us? Please come through, use this device, use your energy to come through and speak. It's your moment of fame. You are live to people that are in the living. Please speak loudly and clearly. It's always the same when you're filming, you get very little. As soon as you turn it off, it's always the same. Typical. We'll see what we can do. Hi, my name is Carl. I mean you no harm. I'm trying to communicate and prove people wrong that there's life after death. There's life goes on. I heard something there that I was talking over it. I'll have to listen to that back. Could you repeat that because I was babbling on? Could you speak to me through this device? Please, if you can, please do so now.
Boring.
It's boring. Did you hear that? I'm boring. I am. That's boring. It's boring to you, but I'm really interested in we're trying to hunt down whether life exists after we die. So even if it's boring, could you say something else? Please. Could you repeat that? What's your name? What is your name?
Russell.
Is that Brian? Is that Brian? If that I got that correct, Brian, can you repeat that? Use all your energy, everything you've got to come through to prove that ghosts exists. Is there any spirits out there who would like to communicate with me? Please come through now. We're getting very little, to be honest. One or two responses, but nothing too. It's not making me swing towards the ghost exists yet. I'm not a believer yet. I'm a skeptic. Prove me wrong. Speak to me. I'm asking for the spirits to use all your energy to use this device to speak to me. Here. Was that here? It's like a woman shouting, wasn't it? Can you repeat that? Let's sweep in the opposite direction. See if it has any. It's a reverse sweep. Hello, is there any spirits out there who would like to communicate with me? Please do so now. Please use this device and speak to me. Entertain the guests, the viewers. I had a guy come through before saying it's boring. Can you come through again? Hello, is there any spirits out there who would like to talk to me? Please do so now while I'm filming. I mean you no harm or no disrespect. I'm just trying to prove that life goes on after death. Please communicate now. We're getting very little. Very typical. I'll switch the camera off and everything will start coming through because it does, honestly. It's like they know that I'm filming, if that's possible. Would you be able to tell me what year we're in? This is it, sweeping through the radio. You'll know about these things anyway. They just basically scan at very high speeds or low speeds. People believe that ghosts can manipulate the radio frequency, the white noise, we call it. I have had good responses, I've got to say. Very good. Nothing convincing as yet, really convincing. So I'd like the spirits to come forward and speak to me to prove me wrong. Please do so now. The thing is as well, it's like fishing a little bit. You've got to be patient. I'm very impatient. I get quite agitated when nothing happens. That's strange. I expect something to happen. It's like sticking a float into a lake and expecting a fish to jump. You know, I'm that kind of guy, so I've got to learn to be a bit more patient. Because it's funny, the longer you have this machine on, the more it seems to pick up on. It seems to get going, should we say. But I've just switched it on, that's why nothing much is happening. But off air, I do get a lot of good responses, I must admit. Quite convincing ones. I've had answers, straight answers to things, which is coincidence maybe, but good coincidences. Can you tell me what your name is? We need a clear, loud response. Come and speak to me while I'm filming. Please speak to me. I heard something there. I'll have to listen to that back to work out what that is. It's quite quiet as well. I think it's kind of cutting a lot of the sound out. Just put a little bit more. I know it's annoying, but you do miss things if you've got it switched off too much. Now, is there any... Saucy. Am I? Did you hear that? Can you hear me? Is any people that's no longer living in the real world able to use this device to come through? Please come through. Please use it now. Convince me that life goes on after death, or at least your spirit life goes on. Yes or no? Come on, don't be shy. We've had one come through saying I'm boring, which I know that, but I'm trying my best not to be. Please speak to me. I'm a friendly guy. Come through and speak to us. Tell me your name. Tell me your name. We've got a few more minutes before I give up on this one. We've had a few people. Well, someone called me boring. Would you be able to come through and use this device and speak to me? What year are we in? Tell me the year. I think that was a bit of red. What was that? I'm always speaking when they're coming through. Ruining it, spoiling the video. Can you say that again? Is there anyone there? Let's try a different sweet rate before we call it a day. Determined to pick up on something. Let's try it. 250 is a good one. Let's see if we can pick up on some last few minutes. Hello, is there any spirits out there who would like to communicate with me? Use this device to do so. Please speak now, loud and clear. You hear that? That was bizarre, wasn't it? As I say, you've got to listen back to them when you record them to see what it actually says, or try and work out what it says. As you know, spirits don't have a voice box, or they shouldn't have anymore. And so what people believe in, and I kind of believe in, is that they manipulate and use other forms and means of contact, energy, or, you know, so that it might always come through very clear. It might do it. Nobody knows that's the thing, do we? We're just trying to work it out. Is there any spirits out there who would like to speak to me? Please do so now, before I switch off. Tell me what year we're in. Come through now. You can use this little machine and use the white noise to manipulate your sound, to make a sound. Please do so now. Speak to me. You're making it hard for me. I'm trying to entertain people. Instead, like you've said to me before, I'm boring because nothing's coming through. We need responses to come through now. Please speak. Absolutely silent on the ghost front today. As I say, night times. That's strange. Night times usually the better time, to be quite honest. You usually get more. I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's psychological or it's like in your head, but you seem to get more going on through the day. It's kind of like you're asleep, you know. It's crazy as it sounds. Is there any spirits out there? Before I go, I would like to your moment of fame. Please speak now. Hello? Can you hear me? Can any spirits out there hear me? Any people that are no longer living? Can you respond? Give people tuning in something to keep watching for. Help me out. Just tell me what day it is. Hello? We've got nothing. Yeah, been very, very quiet. I do apologise for that, but I did try. We've got one or two little strange bits which I'll listen back to when I edit the video. But as usual, once you film it, it's, you know, it's like trying to film a you being framed video, isn't it? You know, so it's going to go wrong. And as soon as you stop filming, it does. Hello? Can you hear me? No. You know, and it always happens, doesn't it, when you least want it to. But we keep trying. We're going to try to prove, you know, that I hope these spirits come and prove me wrong. I really, really do. I'm a 50-50 believer. I kind of believe it, kind of want to believe it. It's something better when we leave this crap and something tells me there isn't, you know. So that's why I bought the kit. You've got to prove yourself right or wrong, haven't you? It's worth the investment, definitely. It's good entertainment as well, doing it. I enjoy it. That's the main thing. So thank you very much for tuning in. Well, as I say, we're going to have another go. I'm going to get out and about. When this weather picks up, I will get out and about to different locations. I need to know where to go. Tell me where to go if you live local in the area. Where can I go legally to hunt down some ghosts without getting into trouble? Fly my drone around, you know, and then sort of film. I'm very interested in keeping it going. Thank you for joining. As I say, if you stuck it out to the end, I apologise. Not much came through, but that's ghost hunting for you, isn't it? That's like anything else. You've got to, it's like fishing. You've got to wait for that right one, and it will happen. It definitely will happen. And we'll be doing new videos as soon as I get a chance. I'll get out and about when this weather picks up. Winter clears off because I hate it, and I'll get out and about and get, you know, to better locations where I'm stuck in my own house. A bit boring. But for now, thank you very, very much for tuning in. Without you lot watching, I wouldn't bother making them. It's been a pleasure. Take it easy and happy ghost hunting.